Hello and welcome to today's webinar, which we're going to be focusing on Bid to Win, and we're going to be exploring Walmart Connect's new advertising experience. So thank you all so much for joining today. By way of introduction, I just wanted to first share, my name is Claudia Virgilio. I head up all commerce partnerships globally at Skai. And here with me today, I have Kevin Weiss, who's our senior industry lead, focusing on retail media at Skai, and also our guest speaker from Walmart Connect, Dionne Resnik, who heads up product marketing at Walmart Connect Search Ads. So just a few housekeeping issues. All attendees are in listen-only mode, so if you want to submit any questions, feel free to do so via the Q&A button on your screen. Also, please make sure that all of your phones are on mute. And also, there's a chat function as well. So if you have any questions along the way, please feel free to put them in there. We want to make this as interactive as possible. Also, we will be providing the recording of this as well for you all. So by way of agenda, we just did the introductions. We're going to be jumping into Walmart Connect's roadmap and honing in on their new release of second price auction and all of their updates around search relevancy and more. Then we're going to jump into some initial results we've seen at Skai and also some of the value add that we provide on top. And then we'll open it up for some Q&A as well. So let me turn it over to Dionne Resnik to touch on the Walmart product roadmap upgrades. Thanks, Dionne.
Great, and thank you, Claudia. And hi, everyone. It's very exciting times here at Walmart, and here at Walmart Connect, we're always looking to unlock more opportunities for our advertisers to help drive product discoverability and ways to improve your overall flywheel here at Walmart through our suite of search products. So on the next slide, I want to walk you through the updates we are making for more control, performance, and unlocking these opportunities, right? So first is on our platform. These features will be available to all demand channels. And so a few things, right? So in Q1, we launched suggested bids, and we accelerated the delivery of search relevancy enhancements, which then also allowed us to accelerate the launch of our advanced second price auction, which we'll review in the next coming slides. And on the heels of can you go back? On the heels of second price auction, we launched new demand generation tools like item recommendations. This is a new campaign optimization tool that really helps identify unadvertised items with the potential to perform well in a Walmart search campaign. We launched automated rules that helps with an advertiser's bid strategy and really gives you that ability to set rules to trigger campaign notifications and budget adjustments. And so now with the launch of search relevancy enhancements, it also opened the door for us to find new advertising opportunities that we'll be testing and launching at the end of the year, like new SKUs, which will help boost new Walmart SKUs and variant SKU targeting. And later this month, we'll be launching, next month, we'll be launching keyword recommendations, which will provide in-flight keyword suggestions that you can add to a live search campaign. Second, our Walmart platform partners, right? So we launched and continuously launching products and features for our Walmart platform partners like Skai. And here we're continuing to make significant improvements to our APIs to drive efficiency gains for our partners. So in Q1, we enabled automated campaign data transfer and real-time metrics, where our data is now refreshed every 15 minutes. Also, on the heels of second price auction, we launched an API-only demand gen tool, Top Search Trends, which we'll review later on in this presentation. And we recently delivered dual creative capabilities. So through partners like Skai, you'll now be able to add a second creative profile to your ad groups, right? So now you can easily switch between profiles without any downtime for your in-flight campaigns. In Q3, partners will have self-serve onboarding and release management capabilities, and will also enable our 3P marketplace registered brand owners to start running search brand amplifier campaigns through Walmart partners. Now, with these new products and features, you need to be able to measure the performance, right? So within measurement, we're rolling out features to enable brands to measure and optimize their advertising strategy with new insights and tools like custom reports and new to brand metrics. And finally, like I mentioned above, we're always looking to unlock more opportunities for our advertisers. And one way is through innovative new ad formats and experiences to drive more engagement with our customers, like Walmart Cash Rewards integration, My Items in-grid placements, surge pagination ads. Want to go to the next slide? So the next slide, I want to review what we mean by we made search relevancy enhancements and a second price auction. But first, I want to kick off by asking you guys, so why do you sponsor your ads, right? What are you looking for on Walmart? And you can drop it into the chat. So why do you want to sponsor your products? What are you really looking to get here at Walmart? Let me pull up the chat. Anyone want to drop anything into the chat? Okay. So with sponsored products, right, you want to increase your visibility. You want to increase your reach, right? You want more brand awareness. And previously, ads were not able to surface at the top of search due to these strict eligibility barriers that we had, like not ranking organically within the top 128 of the organic search results, even though they were highly relevant to what that customer was looking for. So with these enhancements and restrictions, we removed and we made it easier for relevant sponsored items to surface within the top of search and browse and grid results. We removed these barriers. So if you hit animation, I'll just show you a little recap, right? So what was old world and now what's new world? So previously, an advertised item needed to rank within the top 128 of the organic search results. The item needed to appear in a slot equal to or higher than their organic search ranking, and the item needed to be of the same type of at least one non-sponsored item on the first page of the search results. Now, these barriers have been removed, so no longer needing to rank within the top 128 of the organic search results to surface in top and grid placements. The item can appear in a slot higher than or lower than its organic ranking. And the item can be of any product type relevant to that search query, right? So really, really great things that we've done here to make it easier for ads to surface.
And Dionne, sorry to interrupt. I just wanted to share from Jenna. She did respond in here to increase visibility in sales, which is great.
Yep, exactly.
Perfect. And we do have a question, actually, if you want to address it right now before we move forward, from Stefan. He wanted to understand if they're already running on a third-party API partner, do they still need to set up another profile to take advantage of second price auction, or does it automatically update without any action necessary?
Yep, automatically updates. We just transitioned from a first price auction model to a second price auction model. Nothing is needed on the back end, nothing needed to on setup. It's just now continue business as usual. So
Wonderful.
what did we do, right? This is perfect segue. So in June, we transitioned from a first price auction to a second price auction. And what do I mean by a second price auction? So we transitioned to a more competitive auction model for sponsored products and search brand amplifier advertising that helped level the playing field for all advertisers, big or small, and really benefits those that are most relevant. So in this auction, the most relevant product wins the auction, and the winner pays only the amount necessary to beat any competing bids. And the good news here is that the amount will never exceed the winner's maximum bid. Now, while ad relevancy, which we'll review, and bid plays a key role in qualifying auction winners, bid prices is what's going to enable advertisers to better compete for higher ad slots. And as with the first price auction, when a customer searches for a product on Walmart's site or app, the platform runs a real-time auction to determine which ads will appear along with the search results and then in what placements. The platform determines the winner of each placement by relevancy, then determines the cost per click based on competing bids. So how can you optimize now that these enhancements, with these new enhancements, and we've moved to a new auction model? And like I mentioned, relevancy and bid plays a key role in qualifying these auction winners. First, before we go into how to optimize, right, I want to review what goes into relevancy. So ad relevance is determined by how closely the advertised product matches the customer's intent, the ad's contextual relevancy, the quality of the item page content, which you see here, which we'll dive a little bit deeper into how to optimize, and the product's historical performance at Walmart. So once the algorithm establishes the relevant products competing for these placements, it's going to look at each of these products' relevancy factors, like I just said, the contextual relevancy, the item content quality, historical performance, customer intent, and then looks at the maximum bid and determines the auction winners. And, you know, relevancy is subjective. So what is relevant to you might be different to another customer. So this is why we rely on our machine learning models to really help identify these relevancy patterns. So we're just going to talk about how to optimize for your item page content quality, right? Like I mentioned, there's multiple signals. So here, by optimizing your ad content, you can improve efficiency, increase discoverability, gain repeat customers, and really maximize your return on ad spend. So here, you're going to want to utilize product categories and the right attributes. You're going to want to create a succinct product name, right? Looking at your product titles, your descriptions. You're going to want to provide a range of high quality images. You're going to want to integrate keywords throughout your item pages. Think of them as like a bunch of keywords, right? Especially when you're running automatic campaigns. The algorithm is going to be pulling from this. Include robust product descriptions. Focus on ratings and reviews. We know customers are looking at this, right? And competitively price your items. We are still Walmart. We are still the everyday low price. And we have a 7-page optimization guide on how to optimize for all signals of relevancy that is available now and will be shared with you all. So let's not forget about our bids and budgets, right? Bids play a big part of where your ads surface on Walmart. So here's a few tips, okay? Bid high to secure top of search placements and reach customers right when they come to Walmart. Use bid multipliers to increase your chances for top performing placements and platforms, right? If you know that your customers are heavily searching on mobile, you want to set bid multipliers for the mobile device. You're going to want to increase your daily budget caps. Customers come to Walmart at all different times of the day. So you want to make sure you have your budgets high enough to take advantage so you're not going offline. And also so you can capture high site traffic during maybe key seasonal moments. I'm actually going to stop here and I'm going to hand it over to Kevin, who will dive a little bit deeper into how you can optimize for bids and budgets within Skai's platform.
Thanks, Dionne. And really, we love the best practices that you and your team provide because they're always spot on. For example, those top of search placements that you're recommending here are so critical for retail media marketers. We found in our data that top of search placements tend to get at least 4 times the click-through rate of all other placements for sponsored ads. And they usually get 40% better performance than placements on product detail pages. So really spot on there. In terms of ways that folks can leverage Skai to improve their program, really execute this, you can manage all of your budgets, your bids, your bid placement adjustments for Walmart sponsored ads in Skai. And we have many tools to help you execute the best practices, including a feature that is being updated in real time. It automatically, you can use this feature to automatically increase the budget when you hit your spend cap. So in terms of automating the best practices, we really do shine. And I will say we're going to dive into some of those features a bit later in the presentation and some other things that you're going to want to do with the change in second price auction. But definitely want to give my full endorsement for these best practices and all the ones that you guys continue to share.
Great, thanks, Kevin.
Thank you, Kevin. And Dionne, we actually have another question. So thank you, Dan, for putting that in the question area. So quick one on bidding here. So for second price auction, do you count the highest bid at an account level or campaign level? And if I'm running two campaigns that bid on the same keyword, are they bidding against each other? i.e., if both campaigns have high bids, am I essentially pricing myself into higher bids by having both campaigns bidding high?
Yes, so, okay. So in your second part of the question, if you have the same item in multiple campaigns, you are essentially competing against yourself, right? So the way that the ads serve, it's looking through a combination of many factors. So even though, you know, it's going to look to see, okay, which one has the highest bid, and that's the one that's going to serve. On your first part of your question, it's actually, you're setting your bid at the item level, right? Or you're setting your bid at the keyword level. So when ads serve, it's not looking at, you know, your campaign like historical performance. It's really looking at the item's historical performance, right? And looking at, again, relevancy first and then plus your bid. So again, it's going to look at what's your historical performance for that actual item, like the predicted click-through rate. It's looking at the customer intent. Is your keyword matching that customer intent, and does your item match that keyword, right? So there's all these factors that go into that. Hopefully that answered your question.
Thank you, Dionne. And thanks, Dan, for the question. Please let us know if there are any other questions. It's a great time to bring it up or throughout the deck.
Great, thank you. So on the next slide, like I mentioned in the beginning, once we launched second price auction, we also launched tools to help you identify, for example, top searched Walmart keywords across Walmart's digital properties. So one of these tools that we recently launched is available only through Walmart platform partners like Skai, and will be available through Skai in the next coming months, right? So what is this? So this is a new daily organic search report that identifies the most searched keywords across Walmart's digital properties and the 3 top selling items for each keyword, and provides insights into what shoppers are actually searching for, really to help drive those conversions. It also provides competitive intelligence to empower you with brands you're competing with on the search page. So this report provides up to 300,000 keywords ranked by the number of organic searches, and then the associated top 3 items for each keyword ranked by units sold organically, share of clicks, and share of conversions. And in the next slide, we'll just review how to actually use this report, right? So you're going to want to use this to improve your bidding strategy, gain competitive intelligence, improve campaign performance, increase impressions. So one, you're going to boost campaign performance by including relevant top keywords to your existing campaign or a new campaign. You're going to want to add any unadvertised top items to your campaigns, right? 2, you're going to optimize bids for relevant top keywords. So top search keywords to improve your ad performance and increase impressions. And you're going to want to advertise those top items. And then how you can really gain that competitor intelligence, right? You're going to monitor your items' relative ranking, share of clicks, and share of conversions. You're going to compare your keywords with their keywords. You're going to learn the brands associated with those top items for relevant keywords. So we're really, really proud and excited about this report. And this is not just the only optimization tool that we've rolled out. We will continue to roll out more in the next coming months. I'm going to hand it over to Kevin now, who's actually going to walk you through some exciting second price auction results with Skai. So take it away.
Dionne. Actually, before Kevin jumps in, I do have one last question. Thank you, Loretta, for dropping that in. This is regarding bids. So back on the bidding topic, if I'm an advertiser with similar items, each within their own ad group within a campaign, are they bidding against each other as well?
Yes. So if you're bidding on, let's say you're saying they're different items, but they're similar items, but they're all within the ad group. So yes, you're going to be competing against each other. So even though, let's say the customer intent, so let's say take a step back, right? So if all of your auction bidders are highly relevant, right? And let's say they're all bidding on an item, let's say fabric softener. Who's going to win, right? So even though all of these products look similar, the underlying relevancy may still be different. So they're all relevant to the customer intent searching fabric softener, but the historical performance, the content quality score, those are going to still be different. And so all of this is calculated in real time through our machine learning models. It's going to predict that higher customer engagement, right? So in this case, the bid is going to play a key factor in selecting the auction winners for each of these slots. I hope that answered your question.
Thank you, Dionne. And Loretta, let us know if you have any other questions on that. So thank you so much, Dionne. These are some great changes. I know we've been partners for almost 3 years, and some of these updates are really monumental. In fact, we're super excited here to touch a little bit on some of the results that we've seen, and I'm going to turn it over to Kevin here in a second. Hopefully you all attendees here had a chance to look at the initial blog we released right when some of these changes took place. We actually did a post first week analysis and saw some great results. What Kevin's going to actually touch on here is an augmentation of that. So actually it's looking back a full calendar 30 days, post and pre and post. So the data here is actually a lot larger, and hopefully you'll enjoy hearing it. So turning it over to you now, Kevin.
Thanks, Claudia. And thanks, Dionne, as well, for all that great progress, change, and sharing that with everybody here today. One thing I also want to mention about the results, while we build the anticipation here, we have about $7 billion of ad spend flowing through our platform annually. So we really do have some incredible insights from our unique position in the market. We do share those through blog articles, quarterly trends report, and of course we've curated some things today from that data lake that we're really excited to share. So let's go to the next slide. As you can see from the chart, there was a significant drop in average cost per click for Walmart advertisers when the change rolled out on June 6th. That's that material drop in the chart. Each of those lines that you see represent a different category of advertiser, which is interesting because some categories saw a bigger impact from the change than others in their cost per click and other KPIs. Consumer electronics, baby, and home and garden categories experienced the biggest drops, all around 30% decrease in average cost per click. And I think it's pretty obvious that these results are great for advertisers. In case that's not as obvious, right? When you have a drop in cost per click like that, you tend to see a similar uptick in return on ad sales, return on ad spend from that as well. So lots of advertisers out there saw an improvement in performance. They didn't have to optimize, didn't have to do anything. As Dionne mentioned, it was seamless. It was a change that Walmart made really to the benefit of everyone involved. If we go to the next slide, we'll see that not only did the cost per click drop in that initial period, like right after the change came out, but that we've seen a prolonged drop in the cost per click following the launch of the second price auction. This slide here, it shows a timeline of the CPC changes, so the cost per click changes in the month after the launch of the second price auction. And it also starts to flush out some of the advantages that Skai customers appreciated with the new advertising experience that Walmart rolled out. Because we always work closely with our partners at Walmart in anticipation of changes like a second price auction, we at Skai were able to seamlessly roll out enhancements to our machine learning bid optimization algorithms. Skai customers using Skai machine learning to optimize their bids saw even better cost per click following the launch and have continued to see that improvement over time. So you're seeing a couple of those slight, slightly more granular insights in the data in terms of users that are just manually optimizing their bids versus ones that are leveraging Skai for machine learning. So, we're proud of this and happy to share. And if you go to the next slide, I think it's great that all advertisers are seeing the immediate benefit. We're super proud and excited to share our results, and we're going to be tracking this closely. We're also recommending that our customers track the before and after results to each of their KPIs. These are some generic ones that you'll have, like impressions, clicks, ad sales, revenue, ROAS, and in Skai, we have an experiments feature that allows you to track your KPIs specifically before and after, even if it's a custom metric. So if you are a Skai customer on this line, listening to the webinar, you can do this. It's not like you missed the mark. You can set this up as a before and after or pre-post test in your account. A couple things I want to point out though, while we're on this slide, beyond cost per click, is that with these changes in relevancy and the ad positions as well, advertisers are able to serve more ads and generate more clicks. So on the left there, you see 17% more impressions and 20% more clicks. That's not a small amount. That's a boon. We have a lot of clients who have been getting great results with Walmart Connect, but have been wanting to spend more. So we're really, really excited about that as well, that they're not just yielding better performance and more efficiency, but also getting more volume as well. So those are the results. We're going to continue to track this and provide insight along the way. We're going to go into some more material because we've got some folks who are current customers, new customers, and we've got some exciting things to share in tandem with this new experience. If you go to the next slide, you'll see the integrations that Skai has, really second to none. All of the solid lines there indicate a full API integration where you can manage, report, do all kinds of powerful automation, sophistication with your ad program. So of course, Walmart, a really important partner. You can manage all of your sponsored ads, your search band amplifier, all through Skai. And we also have a trade desk reporting integration, which we're really, really excited to share so folks can layer that data together, have it all in one place in our platform, which this slide kind of represents. And then, of course, many other ads that you can manage all through Skai. And anything that you don't see as that solid line, we probably have examples of it as a dotted line where folks are bringing that paid media data into our platform. And so at least they have that visibility on everything across their entire program, which is huge value.
Thank you, Kevin. And I do want to interject here as well and share with the audience that if any of you are interested in Walmart's on-site display, let us know as well. That is not available via the API just yet, but we are able to manage that full service. So if you do have interest there, let us know and we can talk further.
Great. If you go to the next slide, you'll see a nice, I think this is a good leave behind slide, but it's also some nice iconography here on our best-in-class product features for Walmart Connect. We were very proud to be in that tier 1 of API partners when Walmart rolled out API. And we continue to build on our capabilities. And this is a list of some of the things that on the theme today of the new advertising experience, you're either going to use a little bit more or maybe a little bit differently than you have in the past. We've tried to make it as seamless as possible for you, but there are a lot of features like bulk actions, experiments, our machine learning optimization that I think merit a little bit more time, with your hands-on keyboards and using our tools because of these changes. You should be able to spend more in Walmart. You should be able to see improvement in performance, and you're going to see a lot more change in competitor behavior as others, adapt and process and experiment with the changes that were rolled out for Walmart Connect. So just a few things here, I think, to help focus you, and then, of course, reinforce some of our product features. Let's go to the next one. So this is a slide at a high level. outlining our machine learning bid optimization. At Skai, we are very proud of this part of our feature set. You can select different KPIs that you want to optimize towards. There are a couple that are standard, including optimizing for ROAS and optimizing for cost per acquisition, but you can actually optimize for other metrics as well. In Skai, you can manage your spend and pacing, your allocation, and even subset strategies. So you have a lot of flexibility and control. We're not a black box, and we actually give you the ability to forecast results before you have our tools execute those optimizations for you. So really sophisticated tools. And like I said, we've been working closely with Walmart in anticipation of these changes. So everything's very seamless for you. You've got optimized machine learning algos and predictive analytics that are all calibrated for the second price auction and will continue to yield better performance over time as those machine learning models get more data and learn. So this is definitely one that if you're not using it today, you definitely should. And here I think is another lens on our support before versus after. You'll notice that the two sections, despite the change in background, it's the same. We still offer amazing support for automated actions, which is rule-based optimization, keyword harvesting, brand insights, which is our share of voice tracking, experiments, and then of course machine learning optimization. We've just made enhancements there. It's kind of the subtle shift, but it's all seamless behind the scenes, so you just get to reap the benefits. On the next slide here, I want to really call your attention to share of voice. This is a hugely valuable feature that Skai provides to our clients. And the reason I wanted to point this out is because with the change in relevancy and I think primarily, but also the change in second price auction, you're going to see different products showing up in the search results. So some clients I know that I've already been talking with here have been noticing changes in the search engine results page, the SERP, if you will, and they're now seeing that there's different competitors that they're going head to head with, that they're either winning against or they're losing against because of that relevancy change. And same thing goes for your keywords, where you're able to serve has changed. So now your opportunity for conquesting, for incremental non-brand keywords, that's all shifted here, and you need insights to be able to do so effectively. So it's these share of voice insights that Skai provides that's going to give you an edge in this new environment with this new relevancy changes that have occurred. If you go to the next, similar vein here, but a little bit more tactical. In Skai, we have keyword harvesting, and we're really proud of course, some of the cross-retailer capabilities that we have here. But for Walmart specifically, because of those relevancy changes and getting to serve on different keywords now, you're going to have more keywords to harvest. And so if you don't have these rules set up, you should definitely do that now. If you do have them set up, I would double check some of those settings that you have. You should see a little bit more nuance, I think, in being able to serve on competitor terms and other things that maybe before you couldn't serve on because of organic position requirements or other relevancy type of rules that have limited you in the past. So really, really important feature to have at your disposal here to help you automate and really harvest all of the keywords that you're capturing from broad match, from automatic, and then get them into those exact match manual targeted campaigns where you can really dial them in and use Skai machine learning optimization to the full extent of our capabilities. The next slide here, similar vein, we talked about before, after, pre, post. We have a tool called Experiments, and this allows you to isolate a particular time period of data, a particular subset of your program, like your Walmart campaigns, for example, and see what happened after a change. We just went on record and said, look, this is what our data says, 30% better cost per click for these categories, 20% better ROAS, et cetera, et cetera. You should still validate that those changes were consistent with your program. Some clients are going to see more, some less, but it's really important to have this, test and learn, culture embedded in your organization. And so as you're just comparing like what happened to your program, and as you're running changes, that you can now run since the updates, I think this feature is really, really valuable, and we're going to see more adoption for this from Skai customers along the way. The next feature that I want to talk about is you've got some new campaigns that you want to build, maybe some new things you want to try out. We do have a campaign creation workflow that allows you to not only quickly build out Walmart sponsored ads, but also build out really clean structures within there. So you can simultaneously create multiple ad groups. You can dial in your tiered bidding, really organize that stuff at a very, very granular level. And really just designed to streamline as much of that process as possible while you build out different match types, different targeting, and then optimize those campaigns. So this is all available in our portal, and I think rather than going into the feature ad nauseum, you can check out some of the new content on our Help Center, our on-demand video, or just play around with it yourself if you've got the tool. All right. We've got a roll up here of the features and capabilities and a nice segue to what's coming soon. So here are our year-to-date updates. This is Skai features for Walmart Connect specifically. So in the first, you have publisher support. We were very quick to support the search brand amplifier ad type, expand to Canada, give ad support for API imports on existing campaigns, and then of course the second price auction relevancy changes as well. From an insights and data perspective, we have been integrating to that near real-time data, so that daily spend indicator, that's getting updated. I want to say it's as little as 30 minutes. And so you can run rules to basically get either notified about out of budget or to filter and automate. So if I'm getting a good performance on my spend, or I'm advertising during a tentpole event, peak seasonality, I can just automatically increase my budget with rules in Skai, and that's some of the capabilities that we've built. Of course, we've got dashboards, changelog, really flexible data ingestion to bring in your data, make your Walmart advertising more intelligent, and also some additional insights around order-based conversions, which allows advertisers, particularly ones that have nuanced catalogs, to see better insight, more granular data about their program. From a campaign management automation, we do have a dynamic commerce ads. We've seen some clients activate here with Facebook, driving traffic to Walmart product detail pages, which is really exciting. So really cool technology there that powers that, something somewhat unique to Skai in the way that we execute that. Other things that I think you can probably read on the screen, so I won't go bullet by bullet, but we're really, really excited for all of the updates that we've had. And then that fourth section is our updated product roadmap. Walmart is making huge strides, big changes, both to improve the experience for end consumers as well as advertisers and brands. And so we're adjusting our product roadmap as things progress as well. So we've got more real-time metrics coming soon. We've got top search trends report, variant advertising negatives, new to brand, and then a bunch of things that are maybe more Skai focused to make you smarter, help you manage more effectively. And so we're really just thrilled for all the progress and also what's to come here with our partnership with Walmart Connect. A couple of things I wanted to highlight from that product roadmap. The first is that top search trends report. Clients are going to see this soon. We'll have a wave one rollout. I want to say in end of August is what we're anticipating. And this is going to be similar to a search terms report that a lot of you are familiar with. It's really going to be a game changer, I think, for clients to get insight on where to advertise, who's winning the click share and the conversion share. So we're just thrilled to bring this to bear and allow our users to tap into it, especially since it's something you can get through the API. It's going to be unique value for folks that are advertising through an API partner. And then the last one that we surfaced was near real-time metrics. This is a really exciting evolution, I think, for retail media. And it's just grown at gangbusters pace really over the last 2.5 years here. And it's things like this that paid media marketers have leaned on for a while, but hasn't been an opportunity or an option for them with Walmart. So we're really, really thrilled to bring near real-time metrics for most of your KPIs, and that'll allow you to optimize more quickly, run more sophisticated rules, identify your data and segment it in different lenses that you haven't been able to before. And so these are a couple things in our roadmap that I thought really stood out. We really wanted to underscore our excitement about them without being too much of a commercial reel from us. So that's what we had to share. I'm happy to, of course, answer any questions, things in the chat as well. I don't know if there were any of those to surface, but that was my portion.
Thank you so much, Kevin. Actually, we do have a question from Stefan. It says, do you have insight into the relative weight of the relevancy versus the bid? How does it work if a product is more relevant than another product, but is bidding less on the same term? If the product that is more relevant wins, what price does it pay if the bid is lower? Does the CPC then depend on the next highest bidder?
Yeah, I can take that. So I actually wish I had an illustration to show you, but I'll go slowly and I'll walk you through. So first, the ad serving uses like an optimization triangle, right, to determine the quality of these listings and like where it ranks. And so again, it's taking into these considerations like content quality, like the historical performance, to get kind of like a combination score, if you want to say. And so there isn't one part of relevancy that outweighs the other, because it's all used in combination to get that relevancy score, right? So then, you have that bid that comes into play, because the bid is going to help you qualify like where you're going to be serving and like what you're paying. So for illustration purposes, right? Let's say, okay, so let's say someone is searching for laundry detergent and you have 4 advertisers bidding for laundry detergent, all with different bid prices, right? So advertiser A is bidding $4.50. They are laundry detergent brand, they're high in relevance, they're high in bid price. You have an advertiser B that's bidding $4.75, but they're selling scent booster. It's relevant to laundry, but maybe not so relevant to like laundry detergent. You have another advertiser, advertiser C, they're bidding $4.25, and they offer, let's say, sanitizer, which is low in relevance, low in bid price. And then advertiser D, they are bidding $3, they are high in relevancy, and they're low in bid price, right? So in this example, advertiser A, that's bidding $4.50 is going to win, even though they're not the highest bidder, but they're high in relevance, right? And then they're strong in bid price. So what they're going to be paying is somewhere between that $3 and that $4.50. Right? So they're not going to be paying that $4.50, but they're going to be paying closer to what, or they're going to be paying what they need to compete any competing bids, to beat any competing bid. So this is why we keep saying like relevancy is key. And so what you end up paying and where your ads are positioned, the higher the relevancy, the lower the cost, but your higher max bid is going to help you compete for these ad placements. So if that, hopefully that answers your questions. I can give you like more examples, but you're going to be paying basically what's going to be over that next highest bidder, and relevancy is key here. So what you're going to end up paying could be closer to their bid or higher, depending on the relevancy.
Thanks, Dionne. Yeah, that's super helpful. Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, sorry, I didn't mean to jump in here, but yeah, thank you for that explanation. Very helpful. So, you said they would pay then between that $4.50 that they're bidding and the $3 that's the lowest bid, right? But it wouldn't be like $4.26, right? Which would be like the next lowest bid, but that would be the bidder with like very low relevance. It would go to the bidder with the high relevance, but the lower bid. Just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah, so it's going to look like it's not like a strict, if you're familiar with like old, PPC platforms that use it like a straight penny above the second highest bidder, right? We are, if you're, running on Amazon, you're running on Instacart, like it's the same, right? The way that, the enhanced or the advanced second price auction works, right? So because advertiser D, that was, it was laundry detergent, right? It was your closest competitor in this auction. You're going to be paying somewhere between their bid and your bid. So even though advertiser B was bidding high with Scent Booster, they weren't necessarily relevant to the laundry detergent, right? So they're out of that auction. But you're going to be paying, let's say, somewhere between $3 and $4.50. So the higher the relevancy, the more likely you'll pay to that lower bid cost. So there's just many,
Okay.
yeah. So there's actually, and we can share it with Claudia, but
I was gonna say, yeah, there's
yeah,
some
we
good
have some,
materials and visuals on this, and I
yeah,
think there's always going to be different scenarios that occur because all of this stuff is dynamic. There's a lot of technology involved. Um, it's a bit of an easy answer from my end, but test and learn. Really isolate that, get precise. Start to gauge your own insights on that impact. I do think that experiments feature that we have is like really good for these sorts of things where you want to pinpoint it, see it quickly. So it's a bit of an endorsement for that, but you will see variance depending on each auction. So it's something that you need to measure over time and
yeah.
come up with some of your own results for.
Yeah, and like Kevin says, right, like what you're going to end up paying is going to be dependent on that competition at that time. So if there are more bidding and they're more relevant, at that time, CPC ranges could be closer. But if there's certain categories that maybe have less competition, the CPC ranges can be higher, right? And if they all have like low relevance, like who's going to win, right? And this is where the advertiser with the closest relevancy and the highest bid wins, right? And there's nothing guaranteeing someone from setting like a high bid. It's not going to help them guarantee any to win these placements because, again, if they're not relevant, they're more likely not going to win. So, like Kevin said, it's kind of like it's going to change. It's dynamic. It's per auction. But this is where we really say like, ensure that you're highly relevant, but and working to optimize relevancy, but also ensuring that you have a healthy max bid, right? That's going to help you gain those placements and compete the bid and beat those other competitors at that time. But it would be good, Kevin, if you can share those visuals that we had shared with you guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, very helpful. Thank you.
Great questions, Tim. Thank you.
Thank you both so much. And I will be sending around this deck and this recording. So I'll make sure to supplement that with anything I get from Dionne on that question as well for everyone. Wonderful. Well, thank you so much, Dionne and Kevin. Such great updates. So you can all see here, Walmart has really accelerated a lot of their features and functionality, and the Skai team here, we have doubled down on all things Walmart. So super excited to have all of these new releases available to you all. And as always, feel free to reach out with any questions. Reach out to your Skai team. We're here to help, handhold, whatever you need. And we also have a lot of enablement sessions as well. So if you need a little bit more handholding, feel free to reach out and we can supply that. So now we want to touch on the fact that we will be in New York together at Commerce Week, which is really exciting. And we would like to extend this invitation to all of you here. If you happen to be in New York, please come join us. We will be hosting a happy hour on July 26th at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at the St. Cloud rooftop in Times Square there in New York. So please feel free to join us. We will make sure when we send out the recording, we will provide obviously this deck, which will have this registration. We'll have it in the email as well. But please come join us and come say hello and ask questions, and we're here to help and partner with you all. So with that, just want to say thank you again to both Dionne from Walmart Connect and Kevin Weiss as well from Skai. Thank you all so much for joining us here today. And please give us your feedback if this was helpful, if this was a good session, what you'd like to hear more from. We'd like to keep these enablement sessions going, so we're here to help you all. Thank you.